everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about Sam and Nia. They've done a video, they've capitalized on this Ashley Madison thing, and if you haven't seen it, please go see it. My wife just watched it, it's quite interesting. They're getting super ratioed. Their channel isn't exploding like they thought it would. Their book is probably not selling like they thought it would, I hope not. But they're just doing, did Netflix docuseries make us millionaires? That's the question, because someone had opined that they had made $2 million on this show, and they made money. So we're gonna take a look at it right now. So I apparently have some cake. I'm wearing these pants that I bought. They're like golf pants. And my wife one day is just like, when I was up in the ladder, she's like, "Where'd you get the cake?" And I was like, "The cake?" Because I don't have an ass. That's my curse. My cross to bear. But she says, "These pants make me look like I have cake." Want to see my cake? There's the cake. Boom, look at these cake pants. Boom, boom. It's like Lululemon for dads. Get that cake. Just kidding. Literally, it's my back and then 2 sticks. That's how it works. Right, Gus? He doesn't care. Anyway, so we're talking about Sam and Nia today. They have literally just been capitalizing on this. Let's take a look at it. So here's the channel here. Newest videos. Most recently added was "We're Sorry," and I don't think they're apologizing. Like, I don't think so. But that was uploaded yesterday. It's only got 12,000 views, right? "Renewing our wedding vows after infidelity." Sam and Nia, 24,000. Like, they're capitalizing on the infidelity. That's actually crazy. If you were a Christian, and they claim to be, and you said, "We are, I'm repentant of my sin. I've made right. God has forgiven us." But why then would you capitalize off of it? Like, so much of it. The part we wish they didn't include in the Netflix documentary, 15K. Did Netflix docuseries make us millionaires? 29K. Watching ourselves on Netflix, 47K. Again, everything is the Netflix thing. Everything is him being a cheater now. And they're capitalizing on it, and they're just disgusting for it. And they're not doing what they thought. They're not doing the numbers they thought they were going to do. But they've got content for days now, which is all they really wanted. So they can kiss everybody's ass. Anyway, here's the video. Let's take a look at it. It's 12 minutes long. I want to see if it made them millionaires. Honestly, I know I heard that. I don't think I believe it. Like, the show, I don't know. It depends what they sold. Maybe they took a percentage or something. I don't know.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to behind the scenes of our Netflix documentary.
It's not your Netflix documentary. Someone else made it. You're just the villains in it. Idiot. Look, he's claiming it's his documentary. It's the fallout from the Ashley Madison scandal. And look how proud they are of it.
Me and I just got over a little argument, so we're trying to get back in the group.
Well, you're really frustrating me. Are you going to be this way?
Okay, well, why would you post that, first of all? Idiots. But okay, I'm glad you did. If you want to see what it is. I slowed it down.
Oh, we were pretty happy.
Well, you're really frustrating me. Are you going to be this way the whole video? I can't talk when you're making me feel like this.
No, but you keep saying go when you're sitting there going like this. Like, what do you want me to do?
No, look at you. Are you ready?
That's nice. These two have it all together. Just all together. Now, again, couples, not like I'm saying this doesn't happen. Couples fight all the time. This is a little nitpicky thing. But, like, they're posting everything. Like, there's no marriage here. When you watch a documentary and you know about their story and the scandals that have plagued them throughout their whole thing, they went super viral for some stupid thing where they named it "Good Looking Couple Sings Disney Song." Okay. Then the scandal dropped where he dips her piss stick in a toilet, which is absolutely bonkers to do that. And then they didn't do a test after, they didn't confirm it, and all of a sudden she had a miscarriage. It's all a big giant scandal. And to this day, they admit that it's not. They're like, no, it's not scandal. She was actually pregnant, and it was just, that's what it is. And again, who tells the entire world these things without it being viable? Because it could have been anything. But they capitalized, they made money on it, they gained many, many, many subscribers because of it. Then the Ashley Madison scandal hits. He goes out and tells everybody that God's forgiven him. And then the Ashley Madison documentary drops. And it turns out this whole time, years and years and years, he's just been lying to the audience. So is she. Lying to their audience for like 5 years. They've been lying to everybody. And we've been covering this yesterday with the whole thing with the influencer lady. Everybody lies to you. The content that they put on the internet is a lie. And often the kids are in the middle of it all. Jeez, don't watch these people.
You know, I can't talk when you
No, but you keep saying go and you're sitting there going like this. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, look at you. Are you ready?
So I guess we should start by saying, why did
She hates him, by the way. Again, they're just together for business.
we do this documentary? So the beginning of our book, we have a prologue called Netflix.
So it sounds like every video they do too is like, okay, we're going to tell you, but it's all in our book. Go read our book. Don't read their damn book. This guy can't even write. Can't read. Don't go buy their book and read it, okay?
So what made you agree to do this interview? Asked Toby, the director, perched on a stool in my garage, 2 cameras, capturing every detail of my expressions. Oh, I knew this day was coming, I said.
Look at how celebratory they are of his coming out to the world about his sin. That's what's pissing me off about this the most. Not that he's coming out saying it now. It's that he lied to everybody first. And now they're just like making bank on it. And they're super proud of it.
Years before this email, I had made a promise to myself if I were to ever speak publicly about the leaked AM account again,
I would have to get paid for it.
I would address the lies I told in my initial response and provide a fuller picture of my brokenness,
Also, I would get paid for it.
His forgiveness, and God's redemptive work in our marriage.
So
Yeah, looks redeemed.
I kind of saw this moment coming. We got approached by
Hulu.
we couldn't come to an agreement, so we backed out of that one.
So hear that. I don't know if you missed that. We got approached by Hulu, we couldn't come to an agreement. So we backed out of it, meaning they're not going to let us say the way we want to say it, plus probably not going to pay us what we want to get paid. And there are other couples in this that just have self-respect, right? They're like, look, I've gone and probably got divorced, probably ruined their families. Like, I don't want to hash this out. I'm done with this. It's my past. Whatever's happened has happened now. It's over. It's uncovered. These people are one of the only people that are capitalizing on it.
And this one
And proudly so.
just worked out. We said yes. And here we are, completely just putting it all out there. So yeah, this is behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is the week we spent filming with the film crew. It was honestly like one of the best weeks. I will always treasure these memories.
Is this one of the best weeks you had? Talking about your sin and your husband lying to your audience the whole time about cheating on people like your best friend and stuff? That's the best week you've had? That's interesting.
such a great time, and it's so wonderful
Don't make me show you my cake, because I'll show it to you. There's the cake.
to be so far removed from the stuff we're talking about, so that we could actually enjoy and be really present and share the story to the very.
Enjoy? You're saying words like enjoy sharing your story? Because what they think came out in this documentary was that they're like, look, God's redemption and love. It's not what came out in the documentary. Okay, it's you lied to everybody. He cheated on you, even with your best friend. He cheated on you multiple times. That's what came out in the documentary. He lied to everybody, including you and all the fans. You lied. That's what the documentary shows. And they're all like, look at the story we're sharing. It's just, isn't it romantic?
The best of our ability and its fullness. We filmed for like over 20 hours total.
Whoa, 20 hours. That's like 2 days of 10 hours a day.
And you'll see in this behind the scenes footage that Nia didn't want me to say a specific thing in the documentary. And of all the things I said through all those interviews, it made it in the final cut.
Why did you say it then? She told you not to say it.
You guys are going to believe what line it is.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't.
And I don't think they tell us here because they made another video about it. Right? That's how much they're so heartbroken and the redemption is here and God's forgiveness, but we're going to make clickbait videos of it.
Put myself back in that day where I was saying, I hope that doesn't make it in.
Said it twice. And then also, I was certain that a specific thing that Nia bought that was kind of expensive would not make the documentary. And sure enough, that made it too.
What? So stupid. You guys are so dumb. Look at what they're talking about. Look at what they're saying. The documentary was about you cheating on your wife, you asshole.
What? I don't remember.
You know?
What is it? Tell me in my ear. Oh, yeah.
They actually made the cut. I thought
What is it, like Starbucks?
it was hilarious.
I love it. Of all the things that we've done together since we started doing YouTube, like we've done stuff with Disney, we've gone to Universal Studios, like, and now we've worked with Netflix and.
Yeah. You idiots. They think this is a flex. I swear to God, they think it's a flex. Go read the comments on their videos. It's crazy. Look, we worked with Disney in the past. Oh my gosh, look at this now, Netflix. You guys were like, hey, we're going to tell you a story about how you guys are a bunch of assholes. Is that cool? Yeah, totally. The ratio, like, people just aren't even watching it, so no one even cares anymore. They thought they'd get millions of views off these. This dude makes my skin crawl. Nia, know your worth. I'm watching the documentary Who's from Netflix. It's sad, Nia, that you're showing your daughters it's okay to be a doormat. He's a very bad actor, wiping away tears that don't exist. I could not have said it better. The reason they can't stay together is they're both narcissistic individuals incapable of truth. Those are all top comments. What are the new comments? He just sorry he got caught. That's what he said in the Netflix documentary. I regret that I used my real information. He is regretfully got caught because he said he was going to take it to his grave. Multiple times in that documentary. They just wanted to be known, famous in their way. The kid didn't even play along in the singing. It's the adults craving for attention. Didn't bring anything new to the YouTube. I'm watching it. I guess my husband's not the only guy that cheated as a Christian. I prayed you two would stay faithful. It's, what? Bro runs a dead YouTube channel and cheats on his wife. This is a prime example that everyone has a price. The comments I read are pretty brutal. So many perfect people. I don't like this comment. Well, you guys are perfect. No, but we don't do this. Cheat on our wives with their best friend. You kidding me? Like, at some point you can't be like, oh, you're perfect? Well, if perfect isn't cheating on my wife with her best friend, then I guess I'm perfect. Yeah, I hate that. It's because people like this are projecting their own insecurities and sins on the world. Well, I did that too, and I don't want to be judged like that. Quit patting yourselves on the back. Yeah, see, look at this craziness. That's what they're doing here. They're literally high off their own farts, and their farts are him cheating on her.
The coolest
telling our deepest story, our deepest, thoughts.
Yeah, just so many memories, and I'm very thankful that we had this opportunity, even if it hasn't gone,
completely according to plan.
Yeah, picture perfect, but
how is it gonna go picture perfect, Nia? What were you, is this? Because this is exactly what they're trying to tell you right now. They were expecting this to go picture perfect. Him going on the internet and saying, "Hey, fans who followed us and loved us, I lied to you." She knew, but they didn't know. And when did he tell her about the friends, sleeping with friends, and all that other stuff? Not till way after the Ashley Madison scandal dropped. Okay, and then they lied completely to their fans because he left that video up for a while, didn't do an update on the video about why he deleted it, and then just let people, and then sold his story to the highest bidder. That's when he told the truth, when he could get paid for it. How do you guys watch this? Well, you don't. That's why.
Now, we put so much in the book, like lots of details.
No one gives a shit about your book. So what, you want to get paid more for your infidelity? Like, holy cow.
My mom just got to reading it and she said she cried off and on the whole time. And
I would too if I was your mom. My son is an absolute horse's ass. Now this is my legacy. This is the legacy I've left behind. My son cheated on his wife with her best friend and went on Ashley Madison's website, fake pregnancies. Yeah, I'd cry too, man.
I read it within a day.
I know. That's shocking.
I didn't know my mom could read that fast. She doesn't read, she usually listens to books, and she actually read it within a day. And she
oh my gosh, you should buy it because my mom read it.
She's been sending us all these text messages about it. But we put so much in the book because we thought...
I'm going to find a free version of this book somehow, and I'm going to read it and destroy it.
So much more would end up in the documentary. And so afterwards, we're like... Nia especially was like, should we go back and take some of the stuff out of the book? Because, like, it's not on Netflix?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's not absolutely necessary.
So here, you hear what he's doing? Should we go take some of the book because they didn't put it in the Netflix documentary? Let's keep that more secret. You hear what they're saying? They're selling their sin to the world for cash.
We just included it because we wanted to be completely vulnerable.
Yeah, and if they were going to put it in Netflix, like him saying a detail, we wanted to be the ones to straighten out what was the detail. You know what I mean? That's how I
Oh, yeah, because we'll believe you guys.
Exactly.
You're super trustworthy.
Anyways, I wanted to be able to... But, they didn't put a ton of details in the documentary, some little ones, but...
And we posted the book right as the doc.
We know. That was strategic.
When it came out, before we even saw it. So that was kind of important. Like, we didn't go back and we didn't write the book based on what we saw in the doc. So there's a couple things that are slightly different, like the text message from my brother and how much of an impact that was for me.
And they asked me to,
Your brother hates you.
Spell out the whole day. And so that moment where we're sitting down right after we got kicked out of Vlogger Fair and those texts are coming in, and I told them the whole thing that, you saw it, you were getting frustrated. I was like, what the heck is this? And they just kind of took that one line as if it was what impacted me the most, but really it impacted him more than anything. But I was aware.
It was a accumulation of events during that period that had me extremely on edge. And the fact that I had to lie to Nia again about not having ever...
Oh, are you going to be okay? I had to lie to Nia again.
...not with anyone. And then Michael called me out for lying in the Forgiven video.
Everybody wants to know what brother was it, because I said one of Sam's brothers. I said one of the brothers.
Oh. There it is. Don't read the book then.
Michael did. Michael,
good for you, buddy.
Texted the family.
Michael hates you.
He did, and he didn't say you need to be fully honest. He said, bro.
Why are you still lying? Yeah, and he was like, what is he talking about?
That's a good bro.
I said, he's talking about me saying that you were already aware of the account. And so I lied about that.
I think that's when.
Oh, just keep. It's just like so. There's a video apparently going around, and I wonder if I can find it before the end of this one, where they talk about. He's like, I got something to confess to you, and the conversation is super red flag galore. And he's like, I was at this hotel thing, and this girl waved at me and smiled at me and everything else. And at the end, I didn't do anything. And she's like, that's it? Like, you should hear. I gotta find it.
It started to get really real for you because you had to keep weaving that web of lies, and you weren't expecting that.
I was just getting really anxious, and I pulled over. And
Oh, are you okay?
all the details are in the book. It gets pretty crazy.
No, don't buy. Look at them chill in their book. Look at them just like, okay, we got more juicy details of our sin and our corruption. Go get the book. Go get that. Go get it. Oh, you disgustoids.
It's pretty cray-cray.
I'm so glad we have this book out there for our family, the
You want this out there for your kids to read? Okay.
future.
Yeah.
So our kids have a complete story. Because a lot of people are saying poor kids. And
Yeah, Here, kids, here's a book on how dad cheated on mom. All your friends can read it.
I know a lot of
they
people
have
are
the
saying.
full story.
I want to. Can I share something?
Okay, it's the
Sorry.
full story from you. So it's probably lies because you're an admitted liar.
Yeah, you can share whatever you want, Mama.
So the other day I was talking to Symphony about it, and
She hates him.
she's older. She sees stuff that the other kids don't see, and she's got friends that are all on social media and stuff. And I asked her, I said, how do you feel about the fact that a lot of people are going to say, I should have divorced daddy? Like, how does that make you feel? If you see that people are saying, most women would leave their husbands, the world sees it that way. She was like, just so serious, and the most serious way she could. She was like, I'm so glad you didn't. I can't imagine a life without our dad. I can't even imagine.
Why would your life be without your dad? It's just divorce. Not didn't say murder your dad. Just said go have a little bit of self-respect and go find someone who actually loves you.
Imagine he
That's what they were saying.
did those things.
Why would it mean his dad's not in the life? Again, why are you saying weird stuff?
But I think the question is,
I'm not gonna tell you to poison him with like bleach.
all the details of what I did are out there.
I mean,
How does she feel? How does she feel about that? And how is she going to feel about that?
They never look at the camera. They can't. They lie.
yeah. She made,
We won't know. But here's the thing: we're living our life the way God called us to.
Is this the way God calls you to live your life? Sell your confession to the world. Sell your sin. Capitalize on your sin. Is that how God has led you to lead your life? Yeah. No, it's not. It's not true.
I feel like we're just stepping into obedience. God keeps telling us to.
This is again. Listen to these people. You think this is obedience? This is not obedience, guys. This is more sin.
Reveal how He redeemed us. To look back to make sure we never go back to that. And yeah, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there.
yep.
What bridge?
For me, it's like, how could I go through all of this and God heal so much the way that He healed it, the way that He spoke? How could I go through all of that and not share about it? It's
Easily. Have a little self-respect. That's how.
just so huge. It was such a huge
You guys are not healed. You hate each other. It's so clear.
thing that happened for me on like a spiritual level.
Yeah, both of us have.
Are they ever going to address the fact that they lied to everybody for years and years and years? She knew about it but lied. Interesting. And they made money on that video.
The exact same time.
Yes, and it was kind of separate. It's not like we came together and started healing. Like, yes, there was some togetherness, but there was so much separation still within our own home. You didn't even sleep in our room for a while. Like,
I didn't sleep in the house for a while.
didn't sleep in the house for a while, stayed out of the bedroom for a while, and like there was a lot of separation while I was healing separately and he was healing separately.
He wasn't healing separately. He was probably banging your other friends.
Completely different ways.
Yes, totally. And I don't know. Like, do you think the book kind of shows that the separate ways?
Yeah, that's what the book is about. It's about us basically removing
Capitalizing on your sin. Oh.
each other from the pedestal, removing.
They're so stupid. Yes, this book that we wrote about us to make money for our thing is us taking ourselves off the pedestal.
God's
You see the irony?
rightful position in our life. We had each other. where
Oh
God
my
belonged.
gosh.
A few people have said, like, it's not fair that Sam would keep getting forgiven for similar things. And I think what some people maybe don't realize is that, like, so could you. It's not forgiven by me. Jesus already
Okay, Jesus forgives him, sure. Maybe. If he's asking forgiveness and he's actually repentant of a sin, which he's not. That's all tells and all the lies he told everybody. But that's not you. There should be consequences for your sinful actions on earth. Now, it's your prerogative to forgive him if you want. But we know the reason you stayed together was for cash, not for like love. You guys had this channel. This is where your life turned out amazingly up until the Ashley Madison scandal dropped and then the piss scandal. Okay, you guys were making millions. You guys making money hand over fist. Everything had changed for you. You're working for Disney. You're working for Universal Studios. You admit it yourself. All that changed everything. And the only reason that you stayed together was to keep that. To keep the gravy train going. But the gravy train ran away.
Paid the price for any sin we are going to commit. Like, who am I to hold that debt in my hand and say...
You can. It's literally biblical for you to be like, okay, well, he cheated on you. He's put something above you in your marriage. You're allowed to leave. That's the whole point. God said, yep, you're good.
You know, I'm gonna, whatever. If I feel forgiveness in my heart, some people out there maybe have never experienced real forgiveness for their own sins.
Again, you were together for the cash. Like, let's be real.
And maybe you haven't even done things to the extent of what Sam did, but maybe you have a problem with lying, cussing, drinking, drugs. Like, you can also...
Yes, those are also reasons the Bible gives you for divorce. Yeah, all of that. Anything that you put above your spouse, Bible's like, yep, go for it. If it's like, oh, I don't like that he chooses peas loud. No, that's not good enough reason.
Be forgiven again and again and again and again by someone bigger than us. It's not me forgiving him over and over again. He's already been forgiven, and I have to make a choice.
Yes, forgiven by God is different than being forgiven by you. Yeah, and you can even forgive him and still not be with him. So what you've done is you've allowed him to do that without any consequence. Yeah, so he had to sleep on the couch for a couple of nights. Oh, poor baby. There was no consequences for actions, which means he doesn't take it seriously. He's not going to do anything. There's no redemption. Okay? He's just going to keep doing it because he knows you're going to keep taking him back. You're an idiot.
Each time, and it's not always easy, but...
And I think it's interesting that people, especially non-Christians mostly, keep pointing out, why do you keep forgiving, saying he doesn't deserve it?
He doesn't. Not by you. By God, sure. All redemption, unconditional love all the time for sure. Unconditional grace never ending. I understand all that stuff. But we can all see also that you're just taking advantage of her. You're gaslighting her. You lied to her. We all get to see that because you told us that stuff. You don't deserve her anymore, is the point. You need to face consequences for your actions, and you didn't. That's what people are upset about.
He doesn't deserve that. And you guys are basically recognizing that sin needs to be punished. And like if you read into that and and are completely honest with yourself, you're also sinning. Maybe not on a level I did.
No, sin is sin, dude. And he knows that. But he's like, sin needs to be punished. Well, you haven't been punished then, dickhole. So you're saying that, yeah, you're right, I should be punished. You didn't get punished, buddy. She slept with you the night that you told her you cheated on her. That's crazy.
But you're also sinning, and it deserves punishment. All of it deserves punishment.
This guy really on YouTube being like, you deserve punishment for your sin. What's our sin? Calling you a dickweed?
And that's what Jesus came to do.
Jesus did not come to punish people.
He came to pay the price.
Yes, not to punish
those sins. Like, that's what you're confessing when you say that our sins need to be justified. Jesus justified us.
Yes, we're not talking about that. We're talking about inside your marriage here that looks like it's garbage anyway. What you're telling your kids, what you're the reality of what you're showing your children. Yeah, it's okay to be walked all over, to be cheated on, to be put second. That's okay. Go for it. God wants you to stay in your marriage. It's worth fighting for. I'm telling you this. If this happens in your marriage, it's not worth fighting for. That person has that's a sanctity that they have broken. They made a vow to you under God and they broke it. Okay? There's got to be something there. Okay? God, like, if you want to get into the biblical times of being punished for your sin, it happened a lot, man. Jesus didn't do it, and the veil is broken, but there is punishment on earth for sin. There are consequences for sin. If you're truly repentant of it, God will forgive you for it 100%, no questions asked, yes. But he didn't.
It's so good.
Even
so
in the
good,
hate,
Sam.
I find truth.
So good.
And just more affirming my faith.
This guy's a total idiot.
Let's just say.
Yeah, no,
This is affirming your faith, selling your sin to the world, selling your confession. Is that affirming it? Is that affirming your faith?
completely agree. A lot of people are checking in to see how are the hate comments getting to you, and I'm like, I'm not really reading them very much. I'm doing a lot of blocking and deleting. Made it a sport on almost. Sam was telling me, he's like, why don't you just stop now? I was like, oh no, now I'm kind of into it. But anyway, I just like the things that I
So yeah, block and delete the reality.
have seen, especially the repetitive ones. It reaffirms the things that I believe and the things that I believed back then when we were working through it.
Notice that the thunder and lightning's coming, and Sam's face like, oh my god, we're lying. We are gonna get struck by lightning. Start telling the truth, buddy, because it's rolling in. Okay, you're about to get struck by lightning.
At a time when I was very like,
You know that's what's going through his head right now. Like, oh my gosh, like this is a sign from God when they're doing this video that they kept this in. The thunder and lightning rolling in over their lives.
unsure of
There has been a couple crazy like people who've like cursed God and everything else have like collapsed on stage by like, I'm not saying that's God, I'm just saying sometimes there are coincidences that are like a little full of irony.
myself. I really had to put my faith in the Lord and really, really put my trust. You know, it was a scary, vulnerable thing to begin putting your trust in someone who really broke your trust.
And still does.
And so for me to look back and say, like, I still feel all those same things today, it's just really cool. I don't know if I'm explaining that very
Is that cool? That's cool, eh? It's cool.
but it's very cool to know that I
It's
don't
cool to know that we can still make money online.
see some of these things and think, yeah, they're right. You scumbag, you know, blah, blah. I mean, we make jokes and stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Yeah, we
But-
kind of see the opposite.
yeah.
The deeper we get into our redemptive story, we
The deeper we get into our redemptive story, the more money we make.
see how worth celebrating it is.
It is.
So here's one, guys. I've watched your channel for a long time, and I'm sad you're going to monopolize on this. They
Same thing.
mean monetize. So what do you have to say, babe, for all the people out there saying we're monetizing
I'm gonna laugh at Joke even though you are monetizing it, you total dumbasses.
on our story?
Why would you laugh with you are? This is literally what you're doing.
Here's what I have to say.
Hey, what do you have to say, babe? Okay, here's what I have to say. Let her say something.
It took us 2
Look at her face.
years. Sorry. It took us 2 years to write this book.
More than that.
And we didn't get rich from this documentary like some people think. We were paid a fee to use the footage in our vlogs, but documentaries don't pay.
Yeah.
And definitely not
Some do.
life-changing money, that's for sure. Us
So you still got paid for telling your story.
monetize.
Well, so they're like, okay, well, if we didn't get a lot of money, we're going to monetize it. We're going to make a book. Like, they had the book line up with it. They did all these videos about it. They're not making the money they thought. No one's buying your book, man. Your mom did, but that's it.
On our book.
Imagine making your mom buy your book.
We really have to. It took us 2 years. We have some debt right now because we put aside. We didn't, as you guys saw for the past 2 years, we've only posted once or twice a week. We have to pay for it. We have to pay for the book. So, I mean,
You didn't pay for a book. It's never been easier to self-publish, ever. And it's not that expensive. Like, would you order 10,000 copies or something? You out of your mind? No one's going to buy that.
I feel like that's fair.
Oh, please. You don't even have to explain that. People sell their book. Which book are you getting for free?
It's not the book, you dumbass. It's your sin that you're selling.
Seriously.
Any book. The Bible even. You know, I don't even think that's worth responding to.
Of course not, because you have no good enough excuse to talk about why you're capitalizing. And the comment is you are monetizing your confession and your sin. It's exactly what you're doing. You are 100% doing. You guys are honestly, truly, Sam, not you. I don't think Nia has a lot to apologize for. Well, a little bit of the lying, of course. But if you guys were truly repentant of what you did, you would put it behind you and you move forward and you wouldn't talk about it anymore. But all you guys do, it's literally your entire personalities now, is that you're sinners and cheaters and gross, disgusting people and liars. That's it. It's all you have left. And you're selling it.
Like, literally, you have to pay for books. Like,
So
it
we're not
doesn't matter.
monetizing on our testimony.
No, we're not. And you know,
You literally are. And you just said who doesn't give their book away for free. You literally are.
what? Even if we are, like, we were obedient and we took a huge break from the things that do bring money in for us, like, such as full-time YouTube
You're so good. You're so pure and holy.
creators, other things. We've turned down other opportunities. I stepped away from doing anything creative on the side and completely just poured into making time for writing this book for Sam and, you know, watching our children, all these things. And
Does Sam not do any of that?
I just want to say, like, it's okay to earn money.
It's okay to earn money, sure. It's not okay to monetize your sin, to monetize your confession. That's not okay. Because you guys are considering yourselves holy, we're forgiven, all this stuff. That's the whole point, is that you guys are claiming this as a Christian-based couple. Like, it's all God, it's really, but you're not. You're missing the point, and you're lying about it. You are not supposed to do this.
It's going to a good cause when you buy our book. All right, it's going to a good cause.
No, it's not.
Yeah, our bills.
We're being
Buy my book, please.
with what God gave us. It's like we're not just going to hand everything out for free.
Yeah, and to those who think we made millions off of Netflix, we did not. It was doled out over the course of 2 years, and literally, it only afforded us a little bit of extra time to finish the book. Not even start.
So it paid. Okay, so let's be real. It paid for your luxurious lifestyle for a couple of years, is what she's saying. So they got paid quite a bit. Let's be real, more than most people would ever make on anything like this.
Really, just completing the book, it really afforded us a little bit of extra time.
I do wish I asked for
What do you
more.
mean finished? Like, probably ChatGPT wrote it.
And it was
Especially after
hard.
going to number one. But anyway,
It's not going to number one.
I hope you guys enjoy behind the scenes.
Yep.
And thank you for all the support out there for the people who are understanding
Who's supporting you? Like, where are you seeing this somewhere else?
of the situation that we're in.
And to those of you who don't, if you made it this far in the video, you're at least curious about what we're saying, what we've been through.
Yeah, no, we're making fun of you. That's what we're doing. Us that made it this far in. We're just laughing at the absolute ludicrousness of your shitty story.
And I can't say this till I'm blue in the face. Like, there is also hope for you, for your family.
I hope it's not this kind of hope. Thanks, though. I'll get different hope. I'll go to the other hope store.
You know, maybe you're even separated from your spouse right now. I still think there's hope. If you're willing to work hard and he or she is willing to work hard.
If you're willing to have zero accountability, lie to your fans, and have no self-respect, you too can be in a shitty marriage. Read my book.
Then there's hope.
Amen to that. All right, guys, don't forget, he loves you, and remember to love each other.
You guys are buttholes. Buttholes. Let's go to their newest video, see if because they're like, their stuff's falling apart as we speak. Because my video comes up when you type in Sam and Nia. That's a good sign. So their most recent video, again, 12,000 views. We're sorry, and I don't think they're apologizing. Honestly, don't think they're gonna. Because what they have to apologize for. They're just a bunch of losers.
What's up, little person?
Each video that they continue to put out gets less and less likes, comments. Cheaters will always be cheaters. I just find it very sad that she's so naive and blinkered to the terrible human being. I don't know what that means. You two are serial liars. You do anything to stay relevant and keep your vlogging business going. You're thoroughly disgusting. I don't think you have any idea of the true conviction. That's my video in a nutshell. Good comment. So does the wife have like 32 hall passes now? That's everybody's thinking it. Nia should get a couple of hall passes, right? Just go out to the Rippers or whatever. Go find a dude. It's easier for women to find. Just go. You get at least 10. Go have some fun. That's what I'm saying. I agree. Let's sign a petition. Get Nia some hall passes. Sam, you were sorry because you got caught. You did it multiple times. You're not sorry until you got caught. Your wife deserves better. Shocked that she's still with him. You don't have to be sorry, as we say, laissez la vie. I wish you lots of luck. What's funny is we all saw through this BS in the first video. Ashley Madison doesn't get suggested on a site unless you've already been dipping in the water. Cheaters never prosper. Well, it's Sam prospered here, so you don't get to say that. He prospered. I've seen so many crime episodes like this. They post about their perfect family for the world to see, but behind closed doors, they're in a really toxic relationship. Perfectly happy couples don't have these nonsense. And that's every family vlogger out there. It's every family vlogger you see. It's not just a shitty marriage that they're all in, but the kids are suffering in these situations too. And every time another kid comes out with another blog or interview or story, it's always this way. It's never what they portray, which is why you shouldn't watch it, because it's unattainable and fake. Unless they say, hey, this is all fiction, take it with a grain of salt. This was an epic move to get docuseries on Netflix to stay relevant and get views. New subscribers, once again, like back in the day. The whole family blogging thing doesn't end well for any family that claims to be present for each other. Never look up to relationships in social media, especially when there's camera involved, and shoved into children's faces. Only the good parts of relationships, but it pays the bills. Have people like me talking, and you get a bonus check from Netflix, igniting your dirty laundry. It's exactly it. Nobody who knows that there's a camera on them are the people that they really are. Okay? It's really it's crazy. And you know it. Okay? So stop watching these buttholes. Agreed? Agreed. Everybody take a deep breath. Sam and Nia are butt heads. Do yourself a favor. Go watch Back to the Future 1 and 2 this weekend. Everly and I are watching it. We're just having a blast. I love it. Such good movies. Such good times. Let's go back to the 80s. Let's do it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being valuable. Don't you forget it. You are valuable too. Like some of this stuff is happening to you. Just value yourself. Value yourself, because someone out there is crushing you. Don't you forget it. And I'll see you when I see you.